Alright boys, the January dev update just dropped and we've got some new changes coming to DBD, so let's go over them. The first change is a solution to 3 gens, which was a problem I don't know how long ago. That's like my house burning down a week ago and showing up today with a bucket of water. Like, I don't need it now. You know, you already like messed up Skull Merchant. She's like weird to play now and stuff. There's no point, bro. Like I don't know who's really 3genning anymore. It's kind of, I feel like that's like old school shit, you know what I mean? Like, are there like 3gen knights still? I haven't seen one in ages. But anyways, and if you don't know what 3genning is, it's when a killer secures 3 gens either at the start or the end of a match, and it basically creates this stalemate situation. They're just defending the 3 gens, and there's so much ego involved on both sides, and no one wants to concede, and it just draws out and draws out. The killer doesn't commit to any chases for any meaningful amount of time at least. And yeah, it's just basically a long, drawn out and boring process. So basically the generators will only be able to suffer 8 regression events, which is when you kick or just basically making a generator regress by any means via kicking or perk. So that's not really gonna affect, you're probably not even gonna notice it, honestly. It's gonna be one of those changes you don't even know it's there unless you're 3genning on a regular basis, which I highly doubt many of y'all do. Now this is a really meaningful change, and this is like the only one I care about, honestly. Like through this whole thing, like the FOV slider is really nice as well, but everything else kind of sucks, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but this is really good. So base damage from gen kicking is 5% now, and that's a boost from 2.5%. That's really good. Like, that's really good. Kicking gens, I mean, like, it's a kind of worth it to kick a gen now. You know, and now gen tapping is removed, which I always thought was really stupid. You know, it just puts, like, especially in solo queues, it just puts people in like these really goofy, risky situations to stop a generator from regressing, and it usually just results in somebody going down because they had to go tap the gen. And they're removing that, which I think is good. I think it's dumb. The killer spends more time kicking it, and the strider just has to tap it for a split second, and boom, in the middle of a chase too. On their way to the pallet, they could just tap the gen, and now you gotta kick that, and they're gonna, it's a whole thing. So they're removing that, and I think that's good. And not only that, but at least 5% of the gen's total charges must be repaired to halt regression. That's really good, dude. I think that's an amazing change. That's what we needed, and we need to see more things like this. I think that's an absolutely phenomenal change. Wow, that's really good. I'm really excited about this. I'm very excited about this. Yeah, man. So now we have an FOV slider for killers, which is really good. Absolutely good. That was needed. That's just like kind of a quality of life change, if anything. So yeah, that's it's amazing, dude. That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. We got some changes for Sadako. You know, I read this stuff. It's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't really play Sadako. I can't really like get in depth about it. I don't really care, bro. Like, she's kind of like old Sadako, but not, and she can teleport, like with no cooldown now, which is interesting. But it's like, bro, like, okay, it's like Sadako. Okay, you know, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, she's gone through so many changes. I'm just over it. I'm over it. And none of these seem too, they don't seem too impactful, to be honest. They really don't. The casual Sadako players out there are probably not even going to notice she was changed. Likely not. I probably won't notice because I don't play her a lot. Hillbilly got some changes, which is really good. Yeah. They changed it so it's not like locked to that like weird controller sensitivity when you start the chainsaw thing. So now I think you can flick better. His chainsaw sprint base speed increased by 10%, which is really good. That's really good, dude. He's gonna be really fast. And now there's an overdrive mechanic instead of overheating. So they finally, you know, threw their ego away and it got rid of that. That only took forever. People have only been complaining about that for freaking ever. Finally, changed that. So now he has overdrive, which basically just gives a bunch of like speed boosts and stuff, and just like increases or decreases the time to do certain things. So that's pretty cool. You know, the 3 hillbilly mains out there are rejoicing. I'm sure they're very happy. You know, it's just, that's pretty good. You know, that's a good thing. You know, killers like Billy are just fun. You know, they're not like super OP. You know, they're just like, no one's expecting like some super sweaty Billy to come out. You know, it's just usually a fun match for everybody involved. And it's very high skill ceiling as well. And you know, this is good. This is good. This is a really good change. For Blight, he got some add-on changes. Basically, they just nerfed a bunch of his add-ons. Yeah, he needed that. Blight's base kit is already busted as is. He doesn't need busted add-ons on top of that. I know a lot of killer mains and Blight mains are going to be really upset about me saying that. But, bro, if you can't make it happen with just base kit Blight, I mean, like, bro, you need those add-ons to really make Blight viable. That's a skill issue, bro. I'm sorry. Like, this... And if you're good with Blight, this really just should not be affecting you that much. He's a busted killer, very annoying to go against unless you're like really, really good at Survivor. You know, if you get a half decent Blight, especially with these really good add-ons, it's just gonna be a long, well, actually no, it's gonna be a short day for you because you're not gonna be in that match long because you're gonna get right up out of there. So yeah, that's good. It's about time, you know, one of these freaking S tier beasts gets a little nerf, you know. Save the best for last gotta change. And we gotta talk about this shit, bro. We gotta talk about this shit, bro. So save the best for, bro. I don't understand what even the line of thought for this stupid nonsense could have possibly been. It's beyond me how a team full of people could concoct such a goddamn stupid and brain-dead dumbass idea. Where did they even get this dumb shit from? Where did they pull this stupid idea out of? A donkey's asshole, bro? What is this stupid shit I'm reading right now? So, basically they nerf the speed, blah, 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 by 1%. Boom. Whatever. Why? Whatever. And now, 2 tokens are lost when the obsession loses a health state by any means. Bro, what? What are you talking about right now? So you want people to get tunneled aggressively. Like, that's what you want. Like, you're basically asking for it. That's what you want. Why is this even being nerfed in the first place? S-tier killers and shit, they don't really utilize save the best for last like that. They really don't. You don't see it too much on these really good killers. You see mostly weaker killers utilizing this perk. And why is it being nerfed in the first place? Why is it even being nerfed? Is it because it's a very popular perk and a lot of killers are using it? Or is it because it pairs very well with rapid brutality? Because I think both sides don't give you like enough reason to nerf it. I mean, they're just each bad reasons to nerf it. You're going to nerf it because it's popular and a lot of killers use it? Then make other perks viable so it can compete in terms of viability with this perk. That people use this because 90% of, probably 95% of killer perks are bullshit. Like, what do you mean? Make the other ones viable and then not everyone would have to use this. I don't understand that line of thought. Oh yeah, we understand our community is really enjoying this perk we have in the game, so we're gonna fuck it up. Yeah, we're just gonna piss all over your parade. We hate the fact that you enjoy fun, and we're gonna ruin it because you are enjoying it far too much. And if you're nerfing it because it pairs well with rapid, then nerf rapid, bro. Because rapid is only really viable when paired with save the best for last. So why would you nerf the... It doesn't make any sense. There's so many ways I can cut this that equal it not making any goddamn sense. This is brain dead. Once again, behavior just being out of touch and just doing some stupid shit. Anyways, Grim Embrace. So the first time a survivor is hooked, all generators are blocked for up to 12 seconds. Once the killer just moves out of the hook range. I don't know, I saw a lot of content creators like freaking out about this. It's not like, ooh, 12 seconds, ooh. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, this is not a big deal to me. It's only gonna come into play really like when you get your first down, and then it's just like, what? Congratulations, you get 12 seconds. I don't know. I've also seen multiple content creators like interpreting it differently, saying, well, it's gonna be every time you hook a survivor, but I don't think that's not what I'm reading. The first time your survivor is hooked, the first time. So I would imagine it works like, you know, pain res, right? Like you can get it up to 4 times. Is what I would perceive that as. So yeah, this just like it's not. You're never gonna see this perk still. I mean, like I don't think it's that big a deal. Cool, I get it. Ooh, quick gambit. Yeah, one of the just like worst survivor perks ever. So it was useless before, and now they made it useless, but in a different way. So yeah, I don't understand. So we have increased the range to 36 meters. It was 24 meters, but we have reduced the repair speed bonus to 5%. It was 8%. Yeah, that's like 1 step forward and 1 step back. Or that was 36 meters forward and 36 meters back. Like, it's cool. Thank you, behavior. Thanks. Like, bro, once again, like just brain dead bullshit. Hex Ruin. Ruin is no longer disabled once a survivor is killed or sacrificed. Thank you. Thanks. Now, if we could get like an entire rework to the entire Hex perk system, that would be great. So they can actually be utilized, you know, Hex totems. So they don't just get like, you know, cleansed in the first 0.2 seconds of the game. So I, as survivor, don't spawn directly in front of practically French kissing somebody's Hex totem. That would be great. But until then, I'm not running this shit anyways. Very rarely will I ever, but cool, I guess. It'll be cleansed by then anyways. So who gives a shit? Moving on. Shadowborn, this is interesting. So when you get blinded by any means, you're gonna get a 10% haste status effect for 10 seconds. Yeah, and this is the new effect for Shadowborn. Once again, just bullshit perks. For no one is using this. Let's be honest. No, this is not viable. It can't even pair with Lightborn. I think it should be like maybe when like a blind attempt or something. I don't know, but this is not viable, bro. This is dumb. This is stupid. I don't understand. Like, yeah, no one's using that. I don't think anyone's really using that. Maybe with a flashbang, that's a little useful. But like, bro, that's such a that's a hyper specific scenario to get like any sort of value out of this shit. I just don't understand. Okay. And then monitor abuse. This is the same perk. But just minus the FOV change. You're not gonna get boosted FOV on top of the new FOV. It's the same, so whatever. Ormond, humongous map. They're not shrinking it. So yeah, and they're just like adding what things. Oh, so they don't like that there's big dead zones, and they're gonna create more interesting gameplay by getting rid of dead zones on this massive map with incredibly good tiles and a good main building and like a bunch of loops that you can't really mind game because you have clear visibility of the killer and okay. And they didn't like that the picnic tables were unsafe pallets. Bro, it's a safe map. That's why it needs those unsafe pallets. So they're just adding like bullshit in the middle here. Cool, I guess. Like, bro, this is a really underwhelming update. Oh yeah, and like game modifiers are adding like a new thing called Lights Out. Cool, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Very underwhelming update. I don't know who this update was for. Like, I don't. Like, I'm excited for the gen kick thing and the FOV slider. The FOV thing is going to change so much for me, at least. I'll say that much. I play every game with, like, insane FOV. So being able to finally play DBD all killers with this crazy FOV is going to be so freaking nice. Like, oh my god, y'all have no idea how excited I am for that. But outside of that, bro, this is really lackluster. I'm not excited for any of these other changes because what is there really to be excited about? I don't really play Billy or Sadako or Blight, so I don't have a reason to feel any really type of way about these changes. And I think even if you did play them, it's not like, unless you play Billy, like there's nothing really to get excited or like, it's just like, I can't say lazy. It's just like not creative. And like, bro, they're not even like, they're changing Ormond, but not the change everyone's asking for. Bro, you got to make this shit smaller. It's a massive goddamn map. By the time you get from one side of the map to the other, 2 gens have popped on the other side. You can't even get there in time. So that's just like, bro, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand who the update's for. I'm not excited about this. It's not going to change really anything. All right. Like, before the update and after the update, y'all won't really notice shit. Let's be honest, bro. It's going to feel like the same exact game. Nothing really got like changed like to some crazy degree here. And everyone's going to be excited to try this new thing. Except for the Billy Mains out there. There's really not. It's not impactful. I'll say that. Like, this update is not impactful. It's not creative. It didn't really take any risks. It, for whatever reason, nerfed just a really good perk, and just like in a really dumb way too. Like, sure, if you insist on nerfing save the best for last, then why did you do it in this dumbass way, which like it hurts the killer and the survivors? Like, indirectly. I don't even know what they were thinking with that dumb shit. Who is this update for, bro? This isn't good. Like, it's not good. There's so many things people have been begging for so long, and it's just like, I don't know, bro. I think this is just a bullshit update, if you want me to be honest. I think it's stupid. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's impactful at all. I think the changes are confusing, to say the least. But yep, those are my thoughts on it. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this update here. I'm curious to see what y'all think. And yeah, have a little discussion in the comments. I'm curious to read it. Enjoy the rest of y'all's day, and peace.